I want to have 7 kids.
Why 7?
I'm one of 5, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I think that if my parents had 7, it would have been even more wonderful.
I want to be a dad and I don't want to be a mom because I don't want to carry a human being in my body for 9 months and go through the birthing process. I just want another human being in this world with my DNA that is equally related to me as the person that gave birth. I don't want to watch what I eat for 9 months and be potentially depressed after I give birth. I just want to show up to the hospital drunk and have a baby that's mine. I also don't want the society to assume that it's my responsibility to take the kids to recitals and practices. I just want to drop my kids to school once a year and get praises from all the moms and teachers to be like, oh my god, what a great dad you are.
No, that single women without children are like the happiest demographic in the entire country.
So this first popped up on my page because another woman was responding to this, and she said that when she posts content like this, men will say you're delusional or have fun dying alone. And I was like, that is so telling for why a lot of men have children. It's so someone else will have to take care of them when they're older. I saw a statistic that said men that have daughters live longer, and I was like, yeah, we put the responsibility of caretaking onto women, and then we guilt trip daughters into taking care of their parents. That's basic math, bro. I challenge a lot of men to question why they want children. Like, what do you want children for? Because if it's only so you have someone to take care of you when you're older, that is selfish as fuck.
At 40, you're going to want kids. Stop saying y'all don't want kids. That's a damn lie.
Have you considered that some men don't want to have children? They just want to make children. They don't want to raise them, but they want their child to carry his last name. Some men only have children because they'll have a built-in maid, cook, house cleaner, shopper. But have you also considered that some women don't want to have children because they fear a lack of support? Being high risk for postpartum depression, fear of not being able to recover mentally or physically because of the changes incurred by pregnancy. Having a child isn't a game at all.
Men who want biological kids are starting to disgust me.
Men should have no say in pregnancies and childbirth. I think it should be illegal. Tell me why I'm wrong.
I know it sounds weird since it's not men's fault that they aren't the ones who give birth. But it's seriously starting to creep me out every single time I hear a dude say that he wants to have biological kids. Especially since I have literally never heard a man acknowledge how extremely hard and painful a pregnancy can be and what kind of a mental and physical impact it has on the woman. There was one guy in my class who came a tiny bit close and said that if he was a woman, he wouldn't want to have biological kids. What bothers me even more is when dudes discuss the amount of kids they want to have. One dude at a party said that he wanted 4. You want your wife or girlfriend or partner to go through that shit 4 times?
Yep.
Do they even realize what has to happen to the woman in order to have kids?
They don't.
I'm genuinely convinced that men's opinions on having biological kids would be vastly different if they were the ones who had to give birth.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I don't blame them for wanting children. It's just weird how the hard work that women have to put in with their entire bodies is somehow never mentioned.
This is one of the main reasons I don't want to have kids. The physical toll that pregnancy and birth puts on a woman's body is insanity to me. And for a lot of women, their bodies will never bounce back. Not only that, but the risks of death, which is very low, but still there, other complications, postnatal depression, a woman's literal personality can change because of pregnancy and birth. That's crazy to me. If I have fallen in love so hard with somebody and decided to marry them, do you know how much time and effort I have put into this person for them to just change and become a whole different person that I still have to commit to? No, that's not for me. There might be the risk that you guys want to take. That's not for me. And you can bet your ass if there was a machine out there that basically transferred all the negative effects of pregnancy to the husband, and it was mandated by law, and all the pain of birth was also transferred to the husband, any negative risks or lingering side effects of birth is transferred to the husband, no more pregnancies, no more babies. Men would immediately put laws in place that not only made it legal to, but also encourages test tube babies. They would have a machine to incubate a child fully from just combining combining sperm and egg. Everything would be artificial and painless. I honestly think that men should have no say in pregnancies and childbirth. I think it should be illegal. 100% of the decision making and the control of having children should be given to women. If they're the ones that want the kids, they have all the right to have them because they're the ones that are going to be suffering for it. Only instance that I believe a man should have any opinion about how many kids they want or how many kids their wife should bear for them is if the wife is the one that asks, because the wife genuinely wants to know what the husband's opinion is. But it should be illegal and extremely enforced by the law for men to have any opinions unsolicited about having kids. Tell me why I'm wrong.
It doesn't mean he's crazy about kids or anything. He might not even care about them and usually doesn't. Because of this, they prove themselves. Lots of these folks want a bunch of wives, a bunch of kids, and so on. It's mostly a cry for validation.